Hello, I hope you're having a good day. I'm TR Rose and I am late to the game. In this video, I'm going to show you 6 tips to help identify bootleg Nintendo plushies. I've got quite a lot of official plushies and a few bootlegs too, so I can show you some things to look for when you're shopping for your next plushie friend. So first off, I don't have any judgment about bootlegs. And in fact, my favorite kind of bootlegs are the ones of characters that don't have an official plush release. If they made official plushies of Pauline, Fireflower Peach, and King Koopa from the Super Mario Bros. Super Show, I would most certainly purchase those. But since there aren't any official versions, I've added the bootlegs to my collection. And just to be clear, I'm not talking about handmade fan art plushies. Those are entirely different, and I don't consider those to be bootlegs. So without further ado, let me show you how to find a fakie. Number 1, how do the details look? Take a close look at the item itself. Does it look off-model or poorly made, or have obviously wrong details? Are important details missing? Do the faces look right? And I do want to point out that just because something looks a little janky doesn't necessarily mean that it's fake, especially if it's an older item. Another thing to look at is the price tag for these. If something looks a little bit off-model, it's possible that this is an older, rare plush. Compare a photo of the real thing with the item that you're looking to buy, and you're gonna have to look really closely. So for this example, I have an authentic Princess Peach plush that was bought for me. This is an official Little Buddy Nintendo plush. And to compare that, I have this Fireflower plush. She came from eBay, and I know she's a bootleg. Now, if you give them a quick look, they look very similar. They're about the same size. They have embroidered faces. They have metallic crowns, jewelry made out of felt, and they're made out of minky. They're both equally soft. They both depict Princess Peach. But then you can start looking a little bit closer and you can find some details that are a little bit off. For example, the authentic plush has a line of edge stitching around the top edge of her crown. The fakie does not. While both of the faces are embroidered, this face is a lot cuter than this face. No offense. The hairlines are a little bit different. This plush, the authentic one, has her bangs come down right between her eyes. This one has a bit more forehead. There's other details, like this one has the earrings underneath the hair. This has them on the sides of the ears. The dress is about the same. However, when you turn over and look at the back of the hair, this hair is stuffed the whole way through. This one has the top part stuffed, but the bottom is weird. I don't know, it looks like French fries to me. It doesn't display nearly so well from the back. There are even some really tiny details to look for. For example, on the authentic plush, she has stitching lines to divide her fingers. She has 4 fingers and a thumb. But on the fakie version, those stitching lines are further apart. She's only got 3 fingers and a thumb. So again, that's where you have to look very, very closely at your differences to see which one's real and which one is fake. Number 2, where are you shopping? If you're shopping at a big box chain store, for example, Target or Walmart, you will always find authentic products there. They just simply don't carry bootlegs. If you're at a comic convention and you're in the dealer's room, you're probably going to find authentic merchandise because many conventions have a strict no bootleg policy. The vendor could get banned from the entire con if they're caught selling bootleg items. Of course, not every convention does this. If you're shopping on eBay or Amazon, well, that's a toss-up. There could be some real items, there's also fakes. And you can't always look at the price of items either, because sometimes you've got a seller who's unloading an old collection that they're not asking a lot of money for because the items are secondhand, but they could all be authentic. I also wanted to point out that Walmart.com, even though the Walmart in-person store is always going to be legitimate, Walmart.com has a lot of fakes. So be really careful when you're shopping on their website. They tend to carry items from third-party sellers, and most of these are bootleg. If you're at a shopping mall and you find one of those unbranded toy and gift shops, be careful there too. While you might find some authentic products, you might also find a lot of bootlegs. If you are at a mall looking at one of those kiosks in the center between the shops, those are probably fake. And not to say that those items can't be cute. I actually own a Leafeon keychain from one of those places, but it's definitely fake. Number 3, check the seller's other items available for sale. If you see known bootleg items, there's a good chance that all of their stock is bootleg. If you're looking at a mall kiosk, look for things like rubber keychains or fake Crocs charms. If you're shopping on eBay, take a look at their inventory and see if they're carrying any of these known fakes. These plushies do not have an authentic version, and if you see these in their listings, they're probably carrying all fakes. Number 4, check the tags on the product. Now, this is a whole lot easier to do if you're looking at in-person plushies instead of ones on eBay or Amazon. If possible, compare the tags on your suspected item with those of authentic plush. Look for copyright information. Look for brand logos. For real Nintendo plush, many of the modern items are made by San-A, so look for the San-A bear logo on the tush tag. For authentic items, the hang tags often have either the logo from the game or a picture of the character. This is the same tag that has appeared on all 3 of the bootleg plushies I've purchased recently. Running this through a translator, this says Super Center. It doesn't say Super Mario. Compare that to the Japanese text on the real All-Star Collection hang tags. So I mentioned that the real toys are made by a company called San-A, but this URL says San-I. And this isn't just the case for deluxe plushies either. She's a little janky looking, but she is authentic. When I bought her, she was in a small plastic wrapper, so she doesn't have a hang tag. But if you take a look at these tags, you can see branding and copyright information. Compare that to this suction cup plushie that I got at one of those mall kiosks. She doesn't have any hang tag, and all she has is a tag that says Made in China. No copyright, no branding, nothing else. Number 5, check the description. Fake items on Amazon or Walmart.com will have a fake brand listed. Also check the descriptions for broken English and confusing phrasing. Look for items that ship directly from China. These are almost always fakes. If you see items listed as unbranded, those are fake. If you see weird typos, those are fakes. And if you see words like birthday gift, for whatever reason, I find those in fake listings all the time. I've never seen them in real listings. And finally, number 6, is the price too good to be true? Bootlegs are almost always cheaper, and they often are offered as part of a buy 2 get 1 sale or buy 3 get 2. If the price seems too good to be true, your item is probably fake. So here's a fun activity. On this page, there are 6 different Rosalina plushies shown, but only one of them is authentic. Using the tips I showed earlier in this video, do you think you can identify the real item amongst all the fakes? Pause the video and leave your guess down in the comments section below. Then after I've revealed the final answer, come back and see if you were right. Let's take a look. So first off, we can immediately see that the one in the lower left corner looks nothing like Rosalina. We can definitely rule that one out as being off model. Next, that center top one, there are a bunch of known bootleg items shown, which means that their Rosalina is probably a fake too. The top right shows a deal that's just too good to be true. Buy 3 get 2 or buy 2 get 1 free. If Rosalina is offered there, she's a fake. Now that bottom center one is a little confusing. I opened up this listing in a new window, and I immediately spotted that known bootleg tag that I'd seen on my other items. That baby's a fakie. So that leaves us with just 2 options left. Looking at them, they look very similar. So let's look just a little bit closer. The top left item is a lot cheaper than the one at the bottom right. I see birthday gifts in the description. Then look at the bottom right. You'll see the words Little Buddy, All-Star. You'll see a model number, and that is our authentic Rosalina. If you do compare the two, you'll notice a handful of details about the top left that are slightly off. So this is our authentic Rosalina. So I hope you enjoyed today's video for how to spot a fake from a real plushie. If you enjoyed today's content or if you found it useful, please like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. And most importantly, hope you learned something.